So a Christian heavy metal band that nobody's ever heard of before, Demon Hunter, is now suing Netflix over K-pop Demon Hunters.
Correct.
This is crazy. This happened yesterday. They're suing them over the trademark because they said there's going to be confusion because they go on tour, the Christian band, and now K-pop Demon Hunters is going on tour too. So with trademarks, how it works is, if you're competing in the same space and you're using a similar mark, then you've got a case. If it's like one person's making a book and the other person's making a breakfast cereal, then you might have a harder time with it, right?
Right. You have to be like, you have to prove that it's causing you damages in some way.
Right. And if anything, K-pop Demon Hunters probably put these guys on the map because again, not that I follow the Christian metal scene very closely, but I have never heard of them. I don't think the general public has ever heard of them.
I wouldn't know who they were. Not that I don't listen to Christian music, but I honestly wouldn't know who they were. And plus, heavy metal Christian music that's completely new to me. I'm like, that exists? Okay, I guess.
Yeah. There's a whole like Christian rock scene. It's so weird. It's kind of like, if you like the secular band, listen to the Christian knockoff version of the same thing, Anyway, we'll talk about this. It's kind of crazy to see. I think this is some lawyer whispering in their ear being like, hey, you want to make some quick money?
Well, they're saying it actually because there's an incident. I guess this is being based on like some dad bought like $500 worth of tickets thinking he was going to see K-pop Demon Hunters with his kids and ended up with Demon Hunter tickets instead. So it caused a problem, apparently.
It's like, what? This guy has no hair. He doesn't have pink hair. He's got no hair. I don't understand.
You can confuse them unless they're just going by the name. But the thing is, actually, the bands in K-pop Demon Hunters aren't even called Demon Hunter. They're called the Huntrix and Saja Boys, but because I guess when they're doing the concerts on tour, they're calling it, K-pop Demon Hunters on tour kind of thing.
All right, so let's talk about this before you get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Check out Geeky Sparkles pins. You got about a week yet. Retro Halloween Revenge. These are her glow-in-the-dark pins from last year, bringing them back. We're going to fulfill these with the other Halloween campaign because, you guys asked for them. And also we have a neon pin because, nobody asked for me except for Geeky, but thank you. I appreciate that.
I asked for you, yes. I thought it'd be cute.
Anyway, this is coming from the rap. Christian metal band Demon Hunter sues Netflix AEG over K-pop Demon Hunters trademark. These allegations are without merit. Netflix has created an Academy Award-winning global phenomenon. A spokesperson for the streamer hits back.
Here's the thing, too, though, and this is something else that people are going to argue. They actually were called Demon Hunter for a long time before the show came out.
Right.
And Netflix has a lot more money.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. And anytime you have a big phenomenon like this, you're going to have lawsuits and, whatever. Anyway, this comes from the Wrap. They said the filing, which was obtained and viewed by the Wrap, the band via their corporation Hyde Lane, accused the companies of jealously guarding and enforcing their own intellectual property rights while willfully disregarding the rights of others in pursuit of profit.
Here's the thing. It's like, I was looking into it, and the only reason they would say that is if Netflix came after them for copyright or trademark. But I'm not seeing anything like that. Like, I don't think Netflix was bothering with them. So
no.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're the ones that are going after Netflix, saying about they're trying to enforce their own property rights, which means, to me, that would mean that they got hit with a cease and desist. And if that's the case, then Netflix, that's absolute dog crap. But I wasn't seeing anything that said that Netflix went after them first.
Says Demon Hunter is a well-known and celebrated metal band. Demon Hunter was formed at the turn of the century, and in the quarter century since has consistently released albums, toured, sold merchandise to a large and dedicated audience. Tuesday filing stated, unfortunately, in 2025, Netflix Studios, despite almost certainly being aware of Demon Hunter,
I doubt it. But,
I've never heard of them, chose to release a movie titled K-pop Demon Hunters, which reached unprecedented levels of success, hence the lawsuit, not only as a film on Netflix's streaming service, but also via the K-pop Demon Hunters movie soundtrack, album, and merchandise.
But they're
We'd
not
like
the
a piece.
same thing. That's like saying if your name is like, I don't know, something that could be in the middle of something else. Like, this is K-pop Demon Hunters. It's not the same thing as Demon Hunter.
So why, and I don't know if there's behind the scenes drama or not, but why didn't Sony be like, hey, Netflix? Well, they're Sony too. So there we go. I'd say, hey, because if Sony was behind it, but like we have Demon Slayer, so let's do Demon Hunters. We should just come up with a concept called Demon Punchers or Demon Slappers.
Somebody probably has Demon Punchers as a Christian group, and then they're gonna say,
Demon Punchers.
I mean, look, it's like I get
Jesus says, punch a demon in the face today.
I get what they're going for, and I get their point. That being said, K-pop Demon Hunters is not the same thing as Demon Hunter.
No.
And that's the case. And then, they're like, I know when you try to copyright certain things, you cannot copyright words that are common.
Yes.
Like Trump wasn't allowed to trademark "you're fired" because, of course he wasn't, which was really stupid that he even tried that. There's certain things you cannot trademark, or you could trademark a collection of words or copyright a collection of words, but that doesn't mean that no one else can use them. So like if you're like trademarked, I don't know, coffee kickers or something like that.
Coffee kickers? Somebody
can come in and say, the ultimate badass coffee kickers, and then it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? You're changed it significantly enough, and I understand people are confused because there's now. They didn't used to be confused before because K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't a thing. But that's a them problem. But there's a lot of things that sound similar, but they're different enough that they're going to win. You can't say you can't do K-pop Demon Hunters now because we call Demon Hunter.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just as simple as changing a couple of things to get around it. Like Hasbro does this all the time with their Transformers and their G.I. Joe characters. They'll be like, oh, we can't trademark Ratchet because it's too generic, so it's Autobot Ratchet. So there we go. That's what we're trading.
But they did. They added K-pop, and then they had the Hunters.
Yeah.
And yeah, the bands in the movie aren't even named K-pop Demon Hunters. That's the name of the movie. But because they're advertising K-pop Demon Hunters concerts, and because and even on the charts, the music charts, it went by Huntrix and Saja Boys. It didn't go by K-pop Demon Hunters.
All right. So this is what the suit claims. In short, in just a year's time, defendants have taken step after step to move into almost complete overlap with the goods and services offered by Hyde Lane under the Demon Hunter mark. As a result of their adoption and exploitation of K-pop Demon Hunters, which is confusingly similar to senior user Hyde Lane's established Demon Hunter mark, junior users Netflix Studios, and AEG have created a substantial likelihood of confusion, and indeed actual confusion has already resulted. That was the story
I already told you, the one story.
Look, just one dad not paying attention.
It could have happened to other people too, but that's them not paying attention.
Right. Leads consumers to believe the party's goods or services are affiliated, sponsored, or otherwise connected with one another. I don't know, guys. Maybe you should get out of metal and do K-pop. You should be a boy band or something, like a middle-aged boy band. I just think
it's funny because they're completely different genres.
They're
completely different. It is very different. But what they're arguing is ridiculous. They're talking about how I don't know if it's here, but they mentioned in other ones about the merchandise because they're selling at these concerts. The merchandise you'd find sold at any concert, and how dare they? And they are trying to argue that they're selling things like we do, music and shirts.
T-shirts?
Like any concert? You mean like any other effing concert? Come on, and your logos aren't even anywhere near the same. Your brand identifiers are nowhere near identical. I looked.
Even more devastatingly, by leveraging their superior resources and reach, the defendants can and do eclipse Hyde Lane's Demon Hunter marks in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And effectively misappropriate the mark's source identifying significance. Thus, defendants' greater size and strength overwhelms Hyde Lane's established identity, causing consumers to perceive Hyde Lane as affiliated with, sponsored by, or derived from defendants, and denuding Hyde Lane of power over its commercial fate. Basically, we're going to lose sales because of K-pop Demon Hunters, or people are going to accuse us of being the knockoff. Or
yeah, I get that, and I mean, I see what you're saying there. But the flip side is you're not the same thing, and it's there's so many distinct differences. Not even the genre is the same.
Oh. In addition to trademark infringement and unfair competition, the lawsuit alleges false design origin and demands a jury trial for trademark. That doesn't happen very often. While the suit noted they had been damaged in an amount not yet ascertainable, the band declared they are seeking damages, exemplary damages, injunctive relief, and Netflix's profits and attorney fees. Okay.
Dude, this sounds like you're throwing a hissy fit and you're trying to take a cut of the money.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's very Christian.
A Christian band. Yeah, I know. I'm like
so Christian.
I mean, I do think that there probably is some confusion here and there. So with people that aren't paying attention. But for the most part, you're not the same genre. I'm sure it probably happened too that people were trying to buy tickets for Demon Hunter and they ended up with K-pop Demon Hunters tickets instead. And they were like, what the hell is this? Why am I surrounded by children?
I'm sure. It's like, I don't know.
One could argue they might sell more tickets by mistake.
That is true. So there you go. You've actually benefited. Actually, what could potentially happen? I'm going to tell you, and this isn't like, to be a dick or anything, but as you have mentioned, Netflix does have ridiculous amounts of money. And if you poke the bear, you might get bit, you might FAFO. I would have honestly just left it alone because now they might be like, you know what? Yeah, we don't want a brand confusion. Let's just make sure you can't use Demon Hunter at all because it infringes on our right.
They had it first. And to be fair, I mean, they honestly have grounds because they had it first. So, but I think K-pop Demon Hunters is differentiated enough from Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
That's a completely different genre, a completely different logo, completely different everything. That a court would be like, no, it just kind of looks like you're trying to cash in on the movie because they made a lot of money and because you're mad because they're chart toppers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it to some degree. I do
get where they're coming from.
Like you've been doing this for 25 years and here comes some
pissed too.
Cartoon that uses a variation of your name. You're like, what the hell? But also, it is a different genre, whatever. And what they would argue, honestly, is this is a tour to promote the animated film. We did not start out as a band. It's not a band name, like you said. This is not the name of the band. It's not the name of the group.
The group, even on the charts, it was Huntrix and Saja Boys, not K-pop Demon Hunters.
Right. This is the name of the animated movie franchise, and then we're just doing a tour to support that. But the band's not the same. No court is gonna give any serious thought to this. I don't think. I think
it's differentiated enough too with the K-pop and the S and everything else. It's different. They'd be like, it's obviously not the same thing. The logos aren't the same. Trademark isn't just the name. It's like, like Disney. They lost Mickey in some versions of Mickey Mouse, and they lost the copyright. But they still could argue that it's their trademark because they use it as their trademark because it's an icon that's recognizable. Thing is, you're arguing trademark with the name, but the trademark of the name and the character and the way they look are two different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're arguing the name as your trademark, and yes, but if you compare the two, you could look at both the logos and the names, and there's no way you can argue that that's significantly similar.
Yeah, it's not gonna hold up. This is some ambulance chasing lawyer went to them, probably said, hey, I can get you a quick payday.
Then they probably will get one. They'll probably just give them money to shut up.
Netflix, probably.
But then again, will they though? Because this has been their name for 25 years. And I do agree there probably is some confusion. I don't disagree with them. I'm not saying that I think that definitely could be the case, but I also think they're differentiated enough that I don't think that they're going to win this.
Okay, so hear me out. K-pop Demon Hunters is this massive, money making machine for Netflix right now. They just like buy these guys out and be like, we will buy the name off of you.
They're not. But they have no career then because they just lost their 25 years, and I wouldn't sell it.
No, now you can be Demon Slapper, Demon Puncher, Demon Kicker, Demon Fisters. Whatever you want to do. You just can't be Demon Hunters. Anymore. It's punch a demon. I don't know. You could change your name to a lot of different things. It's happened before. Bands have changed their names before.
Yeah, but to be honest, no one's going to remember who you are. Like
but if you get big enough paycheck, just be like, hey, we're going to give you cajillions of dollars to shut up and go away. Then you retire.
I don't know. I think the whole thing is kind of is thin. I mean, I get their point. I get where they're coming from. I'd be mad too. I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
I don't blame them for being mad. But I just don't think this is going to hold up. And I do think because, right or wrong, Netflix being so big, they're going, and K-pop Demon Hunters being so big, I think that they're going to win anyway.
That is it. I think this is unwinnable. I think, honestly, you should have kept your head down.
But maybe they're going, since they're Christian, maybe they're going with the whole David and Goliath thing. Thinking, it's happened before.
So I just want to take a little little side tangent here, because you're talking to a guy who almost went to seminary, right? I was very Christian when I was younger, and one thing I remember is you weren't supposed to sue people unless you absolutely had to. You weren't supposed to sue each other, especially, or
well, yeah, but like I said it to you first thing when I heard this, and you said, well, you're not supposed to sue other Christians.
You're not supposed to sue other Christians, but I will tell you, in my decades since, that I have seen a lot of Christians be some of the most litigious people ever. Like they will sue at the drop of a hat. I'm like,
well, I know we've had issues because you used to do Christian comics and things.
Oh, it was all threats of lawsuits.
Well, not just that. They would just like do crap to you and be like, I know you're not going to do anything because you're not allowed to sue me.
Yeah.
And there was that too. And it was like, come on.
I know, right? So anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.